For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 3 of the Youth Road to Glory series here on FIFA 18. Thank you for all of your feedback on episodes 1 and 2. A couple of key things that I've taken from all of your feedback. The first being, when simulating a game, I shouldn't skip. I should just let it play out, and that way I lessen the risk of getting suspensions and injuries. Thank you for that. Also, it's mixed with regards to your guys' feedback as to what I should do training-wise. Some saying that I should concentrate on, central midfielders or the CDM and the winger that we have, and others saying that I perhaps should lean away from actually training the youngsters too much because it can stunt their physical growth. I was concerned about that. I knew that was a thing in previous FIFAs, and I thought, I was under the impression that it was fixed for this year. However, it still seems to be 50-50 in the comments, so I don't know what to do. I'm currently training the centre-back, Bejarano, and Dimitrov, the left-back / right-back, who's now 66 rated, and a couple of others as well. I am definitely going to start training the goalkeeper, though, Bennett, the 6'6" guy. He's most certainly going to be trained, because training a goalkeeper isn't going to affect any of his other stats. But I am torn as to what to do training-wise. Some saying don't train at all and let them grow naturally by playing them, and others saying train them as best you can and then they will just improve. So I genuinely don't know which is which. I am going to start playing some of the youngsters, though, to try and help them grow naturally. So Stoyanov, Wright and Bejarano are all into the starting lineup. Dimitrov is actually away on international duty right now with Bulgaria, so I can't play him in this first game against Blackpool, but he will be starting at right back as well in future games. We are, of course, going to be playing 3 games per episode and simulating the rest per month per episode. So I'm going to play Blackpool away. And then simulate the home games, because you tend to get better results when you simulate home games. So I'm going to sim Portsmouth at home, then I'll probably sim Gillingham at home as well, play Blackburn away, sim MK Dons at home, play Southend away, and simulate Rochdale at home. So we'll play Blackpool, Blackburn, and then Southend, and simulate the rest. That's the plan. Drop the video a like if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any further episodes. There is, of course, a schedule in the description if you want to know when videos go live on the channel with both this series and the Southampton series, which, of course, is remaining daily. But please do let me know what the situation is with the training, because I don't want to stunt the growth of some of my youngsters if I start training them too soon. But if that isn't a thing this year and it has been fixed, then do let me know, because I really am in limbo. I'm not sure what to do. But I'm going to concentrate on playing football, and hopefully we can continue our decent form so far this season, actually, in the league, and get ourselves a victory here away from home against Blackpool. Weigl down the right-hand side. Cross comes in, but it should be dealt with, and Stoyanov can't get there. Thankfully, Long pounces on it. First chance of the game goes Blackpool's way in the opening few moments. I don't know what to expect from Blackpool. They aren't the best of sides, but equally, they aren't anywhere near the worst of the teams in the division, so we are going to have our work cut out. Nice tackle by Bejarano. It's going to come back at me though, but Bejarano is there again. Impressing already, the centre-back on his debut. How do we use the right-back first? Then go down the line here to right. Made a good run. We will turn inside, look for Lyle Taylor. That's Abdu, but never mind. Here's Stoyanov. What's he shooting like? Not that good, but it was worth an attempt. Tom made it into Clayton. Shalaja trying to close him down. Aguirre around the outside into Weigl. Nice tackle by Meads. We'll just give this defeat for Harry Forrester. He's got a man right next to him, but he's turned well, and we'll look for Kwesi down the line, try and utilise his pace, taking it in stride well too. Lyle Taylor is arriving. I see at the back post is right. How's his touch? Decent. Right! Can't keep it down. Nearly scoring on his first team start, but unable to keep it down. Clayton, oh, that's a nice spin, and a good finish too. Clayton gives Blackpool a 1-0 lead on the half-hour mark. He just out-muscled Oshilaja there, which is surprising because he's a big, strong, physical centre-back, Oshilaja. But tried to step in there. He's just spun me well and then just holds him off to fire that right into the corner. It's a really good finish. It's Max Clayton and Blackpool 1, me and Wimbledon 0. Nice ball over the top. Bejarano should be underneath this and is with a really good header. It's solid enough. Bejarano at centre-back. Aguiar across here to Clayton, their goal scorer. Abdu with him. Oh, gets the interception in, but actually it sets him up for a chance. And Aguiar's turned me well, but puts the ball wide of the post. They haven't had a better chance to score a second. Stoyanov into Forrester. Lyle Taylor's there, and he's got a bit of space too, so we'll let flow with the shot. It was worth an effort. Williams clings on well, though. Haven't had a better opportunity than that right one yet. Max Clayton in behind, though, immediately after we've had chance at one end, and we have to rely on our keeper to make a save at the other. Blackpool switching defence into attack very, very quickly there. Jay Spearing will take the corner for them, formerly a Liverpool, of course. That'll drop straight to Lyle Taylor. I've got a fast player of my own up top. I tried to play him in behind there, but unfortunately it didn't quite work out as I intended. Looks like we're going to stay 1-0 down until half-time, but hopefully we can get back in the second half. It's not like we have... Oh, dear. It's not like we haven't created chances. We just haven't been good enough in taking them, but Kennedy's cut that out well to ensure that we don't go 2 down before the half, at least. Clayton. Nicely intercepted by Kennedy. Abdu inside there to Stoyanov, who's turned well. Can't find a teammate. Fired forward there to Aguiar, who's spun brilliantly. Oshilaja gets in, takes the ball away. That's what we needed from him. Shame he couldn't do that for their goal, but never mind. Oh, what a ball. Forward to Max Clayton. They're causing me issues again. Here's Aguiar, waiting for the turn. Doesn't come. The shot. Cannons back off the post. Blackpool have been so good in this game to this point. I am lucky to still only be 1-0 down, but we could, if Wright is quick enough here, be in. No, for 1-1. I perhaps could have taken it on an extra pace, but I wasn't sure whether his touch had let him down and it would run straight to the keeper. So I tried to just slow down and settle myself, but couldn't find the bottom corner. Chances at both ends in the second half, as was the case in the first, but only the 1 goal so far in this game. Aguiar. Wait for the through ball that doesn't come. Trying to outmuscle the man on this far side, but Vidal does well. Oh, it's a great cross into the back post. Viv Solomon Otterball, and that's 2-0 Blackpool and probably game over. We've been decent at creating chances, but we haven't been good at taking them. And now they have a 2-goal advantage. I think that might be the first league defeat of the season on the horizon. Okay. Mr. Viegel. I don't know whether it's Viegel or Weigel. It's I-E, not E-I, so I think it's Viegel, actually. I think Weigel would be E-I. I don't know, but I'm just going to keep stabbing at it whenever he's in possession. Thankfully, they haven't scored a third there, and we do still have a slim chance to get something from this game, but not if my passing is going to be that bad. Again, tackled by Stoyanov, who's actually been very solid in the midfield in this one. Wright on this right-hand side has been good too, but he's really struggling for stamina now, so I have decided to take him off. That pass not the best, but it will cannon around to a teammate. Stoyanov will look to find Kwesi here, who spins well, and Kwesi can't bring us one back. Good save by Williams. Whenever we've created an opportunity, their goalkeeper has always been equal to it. It's going to drop here to Bejarano. I don't rate his long shots, but Abdu can get this around the corner here to Meads. Work it back to Abdu, and then out round the corner again to Meads for a second time. We'll have another corner. Nice sustained spell of pressure here. Well, Taylor delivers. Probably should take him off corners. Meads with a header, but straight at Williams. I can't say I haven't had the opportunities in this game. I've just not been good enough in front of goal. That's a very good header from Kennedy. Andy Bartram with the turn. He's quick. Not as quick as he used to be on FIFA, Andy Bartram. But still quick enough to cause defences some problems. I'll look for Lyle Taylor in the middle. And that is a very good goal. That's a brilliant... The technique on that header was absolutely perfect. I'm trying to pick the ball up and he just won't do it, so I'm going to have to run out and celebrate. But Andy Bartram on the pitch a matter of moments and immediately having an impact. We scored to make it 2-1. The delivery was decent, but it was the technique on the header to power it down and into the corner. That is an extremely good header for such an averagely rated player. His 4th goal in League One so far this season, Lyle Taylor. Another couple of changes being made. Kwesi Appiah being moved out wide and McDonald on up top. Hopefully will perform better than he did when he missed that open goal. You guys seem to really enjoy that open goal miss from him in the last episode. I, not so much, but still, we were able to get the victory in the game at least. So, fingers crossed, we may even be able to rescue a point from this one. Now that we've gotten one back, we're still 10 minutes to go. What I need to do is not give away a third, and we've done well to get that away. Abdu into McDonald. Lyle Taylor, driving around the outside. McDonald is there. And he's turned well. McDonald. Oh! Cannons it off the bar. What a chance. Kwesi Appiah have moved out wide because of his pace to bring McDonald on up top. Taylor could turn. Look for McDonald again. Oh, he's run straight into the defender. Well, he could have gone from hero to zero there, McDonald, after missing the open goal last time and cracking the ball off the woodwork, looking for the top corner with just a few moments to go in this game. Forward to McDonald, into Lyle Taylor, who can look to accelerate around the outside the defender here. Play it in. Abdu. McDonald. Blocked. Oh, McDonald with two really good chances. Win this header, please win this header. He's done brilliantly to do so. Lyle Taylor. McDonald bounces off the defender next to him and then trips his teammate up. And there's the final whistle. So very nearly rescuing a point there, but unfortunately it is our first defeat of the league season. We'll head back now and we'll start simulating those home games. Right, first simulated game is Portsmouth at home, and as mentioned, you guys said not to skip and just to let it play out, so I will do that. I wasn't aware that if you skipped, it actually gave you a higher risk of injuries and red cards, etc. So I will leave it. Unfortunately, we've gone 1-0 down to Brett Pittman after just 11 minutes. We have had good luck so far with simulating games to this point, but after our first defeat in the last game, I'm not sure whether that will actually negatively affect what happens on field in the simulated games, and it appears that might be the case. Although Portsmouth are a good side, we are currently 2-0 down and will lose back-to-back games in League One for the first time this season, which is a shame. And the next one is Gillingham midweek. I believe that was a home game as well. It was. I was going to play Blackburn, wasn't I? So Dimitrov is pleased to have played in that game, which is fair enough. But let's... Did I actually see it? Oh no, I saw the captain's armband next to Abdu and thought it was an injury symbol for some reason. Do I change things around? Let's take Wright out for Andy Barcham. And Bejarano out for Darius Charles. And other than that, we will start with the same 11 here against Gillingham. And hopefully, touch wood, this time come away with a positive result. We are 15th in the league this season. You'll have to let me know. Because we're trying to develop the youngsters, obviously I want to progress through the leagues as quickly as possible. But if we end up, not getting promoted in season number 1 from League One, Stoynov's picked up an injury after 1 minute, but hopefully he has been able to carry on at least. Harry Forrester gives us a 1-0 lead. Would you be okay with the fact that if we concentrate on the youth growth, that doesn't affect our league progression, or would you rather I ensure that we got promotion in back-to-back years? And I suppose with it being a youth RTG, it's all about making sure that the youth players grow. So perhaps we should concentrate on that and kind of put league finishes to the back of our minds to start off with until we start building a decent team. I'm not sure. Again, I will take your feedback on board for that. Stoyanov is out for 2 months with lateral collateral ligament damage. Superb. He played the rest of that game. Got injured in the first minute and played the rest of the game. So how he's been able to do that with ligament damage, I'm not sure. But we'll put McCall into the midfield, or into the bench, sorry. Unfortunately, Stoyanov, one of our scouted youngsters, he's going to miss out on a number of games now. So that will affect as well my training regime, because currently I was training him in 2 separate slots. So I'm going to go and adjust that, and then we'll go and play Blackburn. Driving down the line, cross could come in, there it is. Oshilaja will win this. He's done well. It's Dimitrov, actually, the right-back that's breaking away here. Now, Blackburn are one of the best teams in the division. In real life, they're top of League One. And I think Kwesi was onside here. Indeed, he was. The finish is really poor. I tried to drill that hard and low into the bottom corner, and it just wasn't very well executed by Kwesi. Should win this header, though, and Darius Charles very nearly gives us a 1-0 lead. Wright will recover. And we'll turn back again. Foul there, maybe? No ref? Okay, apparently no trip was recognised by the referee there, even though clearly Wright's progress was impeded. Taylor to Wright, looking for Kwesi, but well cut out by Paul Caddis. Yeah, Blackburn, one of the best teams in the league. They're the highest scorers in the league in this save to this point with 14. And like I say, they are top of the... Oh, that's a terrible foul. They're top of the league in real life, and Wimbledon in real life are 18th, I think. So it's pretty realistic so far with where we find ourselves in the league personally, in about 18th place. Although we've only lost the 1 game to this point. We have drawn quite... No, sorry, we lost 2 now, haven't we? Because we just lost to Portsmouth. But we have drawn a number of games, and that's why we are where we are. If we can turn those draws into wins, then we can start pushing up the tape. Well, Oshilaja, what was that first touch all about then? I tried to pass it as it fell to him there, and his first touch was so far away from him He couldn't actually get the pass off. In steps Adam Armstrong, and we're 1-0 down. Bradley Dack gives that straight to Darius Charles, who loses out to Adam Armstrong. Quick back heel to Peter Whittingham, through the gap to Bradley Dack, and a good save by George Long, the goalkeeper, stops them from extending their lead. Bradley Dack will take the corner himself here, floated in. Oshilaja looking to make up for that previous error, but finds himself on the floor here. Adam Armstrong heads it back out to Bradley Dack, gets it back to Adam Armstrong, ball whipped in, and Dimitrov can only head behind for another Blackburn corner. I think it's going to be a difficult first season here at Wimbledon, but I'm hoping that with the growth of the youth players and just in general the players we already have at the team, you know, the better players that we haven't sold on yet, we should be able to improve throughout the year. So whilst we are down in the bottom half to start off with this season, I'm hoping as we get towards the end of the season and the last few months of the year, we should be, fingers crossed maybe, chasing a playoff spot. And Lyle Taylor can't bring us level. It's a great block by Brian Lenihan. Taylor will take the corner himself. I really need to take him off those. Darius Charles, Kwesi, no, it's Forrester, and he just wouldn't react to it. I tried to tell him to shoot. He stood there, waited till the ball rolled away from him, and then tried to tackle thin air as Paul Caddis cleared the ball. Whittingham forward into Smallwood. Bradley Dack gets past me. Lovely ball into Chapman, who's not been picked up by any defenders. And Chapman makes it Blackburn 2, Wimbledon 0. Dimitrov, our new Bulgarian international, switching off there and just letting him in behind. On this right-hand side, well out of position. That's actually Wright, the winger, that's tracking back. I don't know where Dimitrov's gone. He's absolutely nowhere to be seen. That's 2-0. Dimitrov through the gap nicely to Lyle Taylor. Just spin and hold the ball up. Get it in there to Kwesi, who's turned brilliantly. Kwesi Appiah. Oh, that is woeful, Kwesi. A good turn. A really good turn. But the finish... Trotter into Lyle Taylor. Space here for Wright in behind. Big heavy ball, but he will get to it right. I've got people arriving, and I'll cut inside and actually pull this back. And Lyle Taylor pulls one back for us. That's an assist for Wright. That's worked out very well for us. We are back in the game at 2-1. Went 2-0 down in the first game and pulled it back to 2-1. But we've got a lot more time in the game now to get ourselves back level than we did in the previous. Let's see if we can do that. 36 minutes played, it's 2-1. Kwesi, just look to get away from Paul Caddis here, if I can. And the acceleration is very good. Charlie Mulgrew's not the fastest. Inside there to Forrester. To Abdu. To Wright. Youngster perhaps looking for another assist. Lyle Taylor. Shot straight at the keeper. I am still getting to grips with this Wimbledon side, of course, but we are creating chances in every game that I actually physically play with them, which is good. I just need to get a little bit better with finishing with like 65, 66 rated players. Once I nail that, we should be a decent team in this division. And it forward to Adam Armstrong. Well intercepted. Harry Forrester scrambles it away. We will get it away. Lyle Taylor trying his best to hold off Charlie Mulgrew and does well. I should get it back to him here if I can. That's not Lyle Taylor, is it? It's Corey Evans. Into Adam Armstrong. Back to Evans again. Peter Whittingham. Evans. Blackburn being rather methodical in their approach. Bradley Dack to Corey Evans. We'll see to Armstrong. That's looping! Bloody hell, Keeps. Come on. Don't do that to me. Substitution is being made by them. I'm probably going to make my own momentarily as well. Jack Payne coming on for Bradley Dack. Get rid, please, Abdu. Well, it's away, but not very far. Brian Lenihan could still cause me problems. Trotter out-muscling him well. Go on the counter-attack. Wright is the one that's running low on stamina and will be making way soon. But hopefully with training and just in general playing games, stamina for players like that will improve. What's McCall's pace? 77 acceleration, 72 sprint speed is actually pretty decent. But I'm behind, so I'm going to go with the more experienced and higher rated Bartram. And we'll see if he can change the game in the way that he nearly did in the game against Blackburn. Sauls through the gap to Abdu. Kwesi Appiah is there. Lyle Taylor across here too. To slot it through. It's a good interception. 3 minutes to go. Looks like we might be losing 2-1 for the second played game in a row. That's 2-1 to Blackpool. Looks like we might be losing 2-1 to Blackburn. I said I'd play the away games because simulated ones you tend to lose, or at least you stand a better chance of winning the home ones, or getting a result from the home ones. And to be fair, I've played the away ones and I've lost them anyway, so not really too sure whether I made the right decision or not, but we have had a good number of opportunities, and I've played well. I just haven't been clinical. And as soon as I do start to get clinical with my front line, we will see the results change. Well, have a look at the stats. I wouldn't be surprised if we had just as many opportunities in that game as Blackburn. 2 less, but still 7 shots, 4 on target is enough to get at least a couple of goals. I've only gotten the 1, but we'll have to make do with the 2 on defeat, unfortunately. But there are promising signs here, especially with how good Lyle Taylor has been for me. I've been very impressed with him. We are 21st. Wonderful. Transfer offer for Seth Owens. I will be rejecting that. Obviously, we're not letting anyone else go at this time. Paul Robinson's not getting the game time he wants, but to be fair, you're not very good, mate. So I'm not going to play you. Sorry, bro. We'll simulate training. We'll advance. And I think, rather than... Oh, I don't know which game to simulate now. I don't know which one to simulate and which one to play, because there are 3 games left, I think, of the season. Of the month. Indeed they are. MK Dons, Southend and Rochdale. Yeah, I'll simulate MK Dons. I'll simulate Rochdale as Southend as well, I think. I think I'll play Rochdale. I don't know why. Just got a feeling that I might be able to get a result for Rochdale better than I'll get a result against Southend. Although Southend are 22nd in the league. But MK Dons are one of the more difficult sides in the division. We'll throw in a simulation and we'll see how we get on. Come on, boys, don't let me down. They've actually only picked up 2 points from their previous 3 games, as you can see there on the right-hand side, or could see there on the right-hand side. If we could get a win from this, could see us shoot right up the table. It is very early days, of course, in the season, but Goulburn gives MK Dons a 1-0 lead. Equaliser will come soon, he says, as we push into the second half, and still absolutely nothing has happened, other than me picking up a yellow card. Come on, the boys! Please? Lads, anything else? Nothing else going to happen. A goal and a booking, and that was everything that happened in that game. Well, that's superb. Right, Southend next, and then it will be Rochdale. Let's take Barchmount and put Wright back in. I'm going to try McDonald up top. Take Forrest out and put McCall in, because he can play on the left-hand side. As you can see here, right mid, left mid. Unfortunately, he's 1-star weak foot, 1-star skills. Let's throw Bejarano back in for Charles. And I'm going to get... Saws actually played quite well when he came off the bench. So I'm going to put Saws in ahead of Liam Trotter. And we'll see if we can get a result from the game against Southend. I actually fancy my simulated team to do better than my Chesnoy Gaming controlled team against the team that are lower down in the league. Yes, it's away, but they're in terrible form, as are we. But still, I fancy us in this one. We'll have to wait and see. Since I started not skipping, we've actually been losing games. We've gone 1-0 down thanks to Michael Kitely. We've equalised through Wright. We've gone 2-1 up thanks to Dimitrov from the penalty spot. Are things about to turn for us? No, it's 2-2. They've equalised. 20 minutes to go. Now would be a great time to get a winner. We've got an injury to Wright. That sucks. And Taylor, yes, Lyle Taylor with the 85th minute winner. We do pick up 3 points away from him against Southend. Please don't be out for too long. 6 weeks with a torn hamstring. I'm not getting any luck with these injuries. We've got some scout reports come back now. And I don't need a goalkeeper. I will reject. 72 to 94. I'll give that another month. 51 to 69 I'll say no to. 56 to 78 I'll say no. 63 to 87 we'll let that one play out another month. 63 to 85 maybe. And 66 to 90 maybe. A number of you saying that their value dictates or is a good sign of how well they're going to be once, or how good their potential is. But unless I actually physically sign them... Oh no, I can see there that 60,000... Sorry, I was looking for it on the right-hand side. I can see it. 60,000, 60,000, 110 and 90. You guys were saying 150k or upwards is a definite sign. We'll wait and see with these. We'll give it another month rather than just calling them up immediately. We'll give it another month for those guys. But I'm going to go and play... That's moved us out the relegation zone, actually, that 3 points. Injury to Wright. Now I can't train him. Not having much luck with the injury to my youngsters, am I? I'm going to sort my training out again, and we'll go and play Rochdale.
It's going to add to the thrills. A few spills
Throwing it straight to me, and then I'm giving it straight back to them. Kitching to Camps, to Cannon, to Camps. Bejarano cuts it out well. It's probably been the best of the new signings, Bejarano, to this point. Harry Forrester on a really nice run here, actually. Kwesi could look to burst in behind. Maybe it's not quite gone as quickly as I would have hoped. But Bejarano, yeah, been one of the better signings to this point of the youngsters. God, I haven't clicked with Kwesi Appiah. It's really frustrating because in the Cambridge series of 2015, or sorry, of FIFA 15, Kwesi was the go-to striker for me in that series and stayed with us all the way to the Premier League. Actually, no, I think I sold him and then bought him back in that series. But in this one, to this point, I haven't clicked with him. Lyle Taylor has been the striker of choice in this team so far and the better of the two. But I'm sure it's only a matter of time before I click with Kwesi. His pace is important to me and his work rate is very good too. I just need to get a little bit better with his dribbling and his passing and his shooting. And then we'll have two very good goal scorers on our hands. Soars into Abdu. I'm just going to drive forward here. Look for Kwesi short. Give it to Taylor. Nice little drag back. Go short again. Soars. Kwesi's in space. Getting away from one man and two. That's what I mean about Kwesi is his pace is vital to me up top. Soars looking to get the turn in. And there's Lyle Taylor. And Lyle Taylor, I tell you what, Josh Lillis has got reactions of love. I can't quite believe he's doing this. Bartram with the delivery. Up goes absolutely everybody, and nobody really got a firm touch on it.
Now it goes into the wider areas where they've got a winger waiting.
Abdu fired into Kwesi. If I can stand the defender up, sorry. Oh, Kwesi! I thought I'd just give it a pop from the edge of the box as the defender wasn't really committing either way, and it really wasn't far away at all. Just putting his foot right through it, and it's only a foot or so wide.
Henderson.
Davies, lovely ball through the channel to Wiseman. Cross comes in. Underneath it is Henderson, straight at the keeper. Starting to create more and more opportunities now, Rochdale. Getting a little bit worried here. Kwesi will look to try and catch him on the counter though, although there's a number of defenders back here. But he's forced his way through, Kwesi Appiah. Oh, Josh Lillis, I hate you. Lyle Taylor, I despise Josh Lillis. How is he doing this to me, man? Oh, my Lord. I can't believe it. He's unbelievable. Absolutely incredible goalkeeper right now. Ball whipped in. He's going to come for this as well. He's punched it only as far as Abdu. Will knock this down to Meads. Look, I tried to get that forward to Kwesi and he went to Soars instead. Looks like it's going to be 0-0 at half-time, but that is purely down to the goalkeepers in this game, specifically Lillis. Nice tackle by Soars. Right now out to Meads. Abdu, look through there for Kwesi. Poke it here for Andy Bartram. Work it into Kwesi. Oh, good footwork. Kwesi. Lyle Taylor's on the far side and I tried to find him. I didn't have the angle for the shot. Cross will come in here from Bartram. I'll try and knock this down actually. And Abdu. Abdu! Lillis with a save. I'll try and knock this back in the middle. Abdu again! Finally! Away past Lillis! We lead! Abdu with a great shot from the edge of the box. And then he just kept running. He followed the shot in and got to the rebound as it got headed back across. This is really well struck from him. And who's that that wins the header? I'm not sure. I think it might be Harry Forrester. But how's that for technique on the volley? Just smashing it home. Get in, lads. We're in front at last. To the wing. I'm not sure how he's made it past the defender there. Cross comes in and Soars should deal with this and has done. Chance for a counter-attack actually. If Lyle Taylor can get the ball under control and accelerate away, but given away rather than accelerating away. And Davis into Henderson playing the 1-2. Forrester tracking back. That is superb defensive work from the winger. Now we'll try the counter-attack again. In here to Bartram over the top looking for Kwesi, who's onside. He's been in behind once before. This time, oh no! Yes, Kwesi at last! Oh, jeeps! I'm not very clinical with these frontline players, am I? These Wimbledon players. I will get the hang of playing with Kwesi Appiah. Oh, that's 2 or 3 one-on-ones in this game alone that I haven't been able to put away. But thankfully he gets the rebound. 2 quick-fire goals here in the 50th and 56th minute. We have ourselves a 2-0 lead. And with the win in the last game against Southend and fingers crossed the win here against Rochdale, we will be bouncing right back up the table. Davies. Out wide here to Hart. Skips. Okay, skips past relatively unchallenged there. And at the back post, Meads does enough defensively to force the corner. 2 changes for me. Lyle Taylor going off. And also Saws, I think it was Saws going off. No, Harry Forrester on the right-hand side I took off. And we brought on the youngster, Bell, on the right-hand side, as you can see there, top left. So he's going to come on. He's only like 49 rated, Bell. So I'm not sure whether he's going to actually have too much of an influence on the game. But it's nice to get in some first-team minutes here. So especially now we're in a comfortable-ish position. I'm waiting for defenders to close me down so I can play it out wide. But that hasn't happened too obviously. Saws will get this back to Abdu, and then through that gap actually diminished, but we will still get it to Kwesi. Hold the defender off. Can we get a third? Get it out to Bell here, and he'll shoot, and it's straight at the keeper. Abdu intercepts. Appiah. Oh, come on, let me get that third. Looking to slot through McDonald. Never mind. It's a 2-0 win. I needed that. Back-to-back victories for us there, with the one against Southend as well, and dominant performance too. I should have won that by more, to be fair. Blackburn continuing to batter everybody they play, winning by 4-0, again proving why they're the league's top goal scorers. Fleetwood win 4-2 as well. We've got Grimsby next in the FA Cup. Not FA Cup, it will be the Capital One Cup. Not Capital One Cup, what's it called? The Carabao Cup. There we go, that's what it's called. Monthly scouting report from Ericsson. We have 63 to 81. Valuation is 90. I mean, maybe. Is this centre mid? I mean, I don't see any reason why not at this stage. 55 to 71 on the left-hand side. I'm going to say no to this guy. 74 to 94. I'll give it another month, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be a yes. Hugh Turner, we will say no to. And 59 to 81, that's a goalkeeper. I just don't need a goalkeeper. We've got plenty of young goalkeepers now. And the U-Squad monthly report. Duncan Scott has turned 16. That's good news. And Will Robinson has turned 16 as well. I can call these guys up now. Promote to senior team. And Duncan Senior can also be promoted to the senior team. Right, please do let me know what I should do training-wise. Should I just play the kids? Because I played them today. And we've definitely gotten worse results with the youngsters in the team. But it might be the best way to improve their overalls and get them growing better by playing them. And I don't want to risk... I don't want to stunt their growth, basically, if that is going to stunt their growth if I train them too heavily. Although, to be fair, I'm not going to have the opportunity, because we've got so many, I'm not going to be able to train absolutely everyone all the time anyway. So maybe if I just concentrate on a couple of players and then let the rest grow naturally and we can play it by ear and see what happens. I'm not sure. I'm only allowed 5 substitutes for the Carabao Cup for some reason. No. Is it the Carabao Cup or is it the FA Cup? Oh, it's the Checkatrade Trophy. I forgot about that competition altogether. Of course, we played in the Carabao Cup in August, didn't we, against Cardiff, and drew 2-2 and lost on penalties. Grimsby at home in the Checkatrade Trophy. I do not care for that competition in the slightest, so I'll be simulating that one. Oxford away, Northampton away, then Rotherham at home, Plymouth at home, and Charlton away for the next month. And then a not quite so busy month of November, although we are still waiting the first round of the FA Cup to be drawn. I'm not sure which month that comes in. I think it might be October. So for now, that's going to bring today's episode to a close. Let me just quickly check the league table and see how we're getting on after those back-to-back wins. We had moved up the table a little bit after the first win against Southend, and hopefully, considering it's so early on, yes, we're up to 15th now. Up to 15th in the table on 13 points, and only 3 points off 8th. So, of course, it's still early days, 11 games in, and it's a very busy mid-table as it is in every league. So, hopefully we can still have a positive season. I'm pleased with how things are going so far, but do give me your continued advice about the training thing. But for now, drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.